Alright guys, so this is going to be live footage of me trading the NASDAQ today, and I just want to show people an ICT concept called Consequent Encroachment and how to trade very rule-based and with a systematic approach. So what I'm telling myself, if you're looking at this video, is I'm only going to close this trade if price closes below the 5-minute consequent encroachment mark, and that's the white line you're seeing with CE, and that's going to be halfway of the 5-minute gap you see there. So it can go below it all it wants to on the 5-minute, but if it does not close below it, I'm not going to close this trade until it takes a dive. That's my mental stop loss right there that you will see get ran. So at this point, I'm taking it because price already took sell side liquidity, which is what you're seeing with those wicks right there. And then it market shifted up with displacement and left a gap. But this is pre-market, and NAS has been trash all month, really. Pretty much all year. It's been moving slow. It's not moving like it normally does. So you got to be careful in these situations. But I just wanted to be rule-based. I wanted to practice detachment and have no attachment to the outcome of this trade, and only close it if it closed below consequent encroachment. So right now I'm just, chilling, going through different time frames just to see, what it's looking like, trying to put a story together. And at this point, I was for sure that I'll probably be closing the trade, but every time it went below consequent encroachment, it would never close below it on the 5-minute time frame. So I just held. Typically, in most cases like this, you want to put your stop loss underneath, which is where my mental stop loss was, but we're still on the 5-minute. We still haven't gotten a close below the 5-minute consequent encroachment. Even though it's well below it now, it still needs to close below it for me to close this trade. Nas has been frustrating this year, I'm not gonna lie. It's moving like a 4x pair, and that's just not the vibe. It has equal highs up here and a bearish fair value gap right above the equal highs, so that was my target. As you see on the 5-minute, it still has not closed below consequent encroachment. Your first TP is just smack right there. You could take partials. Again, this is pre-market. As you see, that's the 930 open right there, so that's where you're getting the volume from. And yeah, you can either close the trade or you can hold on if you wanted to get to those equal highs, which is what I did. Very frustrating to see Nas do this though. So at this point, you see price is still not closed below that 5-minute gap's consequent encroachment. So I'm still in the trade, even though it will go below it and run out my mental stop loss. It doesn't close below it, so I don't close the trade because I'm sticking to my rule of if price doesn't close below the 5-minute consequent encroachment, I'm not closing this trade. Runs the order block and watch what it does. It's just stop hunting at this point, which is why Nas has been so frustrating to trade this year, because it's done more stop hunting than anything. So look what it does. It stop hunts, takes the people out of that buy from that order block, and for that reason, I knew it was stop hunting. I didn't want to close the trade because look, it still does not close below the 5-minute consequent encroachment. All it does is wick below it. So I'm holding until the relative equal highs, and until price taps into that bearish fair value gap. And this is stuff you have to do with experience. If you're a new trader, you're not going to be able to hold these trades through consolidation like this. You got to really know what you're looking at, and you got to really know price action. You got to know candlestick patterns. You got to know what the chart is trying to tell you. Right now it's struggling, but TP is about to get smacked right here. You got to reprice into a 1-minute order block. trying his best to to stop hunt this 1 minute order block. Does so. Still does not close below the 5 minute consequent encroachment. I'm still in the trade. At this point, I'm getting like super irritated. Even though I'm trying to detach from the outcome of this trade, I'm getting irritated just like, because Nas is supposed to have volume, it's supposed to pick a side, but you know, I'm sticking strong to my bias. And this is what rule-based trading does for you, because if I was trading based off period motions, I would have closed this trade already. But because I told myself I'm not going to close this trade unless it closes below consequent encroachment, I'm still in the trade. And there you go, their results. TP smack, TP2. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. This is not for beginner traders. TP Schmacketh.